The Tradcon force strikes again with the Christ Pill lightsaber. Candace Owens says, how do I say this without the algorithm? Candace Owens says spicy films should be banned. It is a psychological weapon to weaken our men. The Tradcons are. Oh man, listen, man. Red Pill Luffy on Twitter. He showed something which actually should be common knowledge, but I wish I saved the tweet. But this is something, this is well known. I need people to do the research behind sex work or, prostitution, right? I want people to do the research behind why or who got it banned. I want you to do the research who got prostitution banned in the United States, because prostitution used to be legal here, but it got illegal. And I want you to do the research behind who pushed it, who pushed prostitution to be illegal. And once you do the research behind it, you're like, oh, the feminazis pushed prostitution to be illegal. I wonder why. It's interesting, like, because obviously the prostitutes didn't push for it to be illegal. The men didn't push for it really to be illegal. Couldn't have been that many men. I want you to do the research and why it became illegal. The ultimate female imperative, and it don't matter if it's a tradcon, a liberal, they want to control when men bust nuts. That's why they hate adult spicy film spicy film content. That's the only reason why. And Candace done probably caught her husband watching it. You know what I mean? And mind you, these will be the same group. These are the same group of women that they're not gonna in turn be like, okay, now that I say that, okay, spicy film content should be banned. Okay, wives, you can't be holding out on your husbands under no circumstances. They won't do that. They won't say that part. They won't say that part. Even though we have like a real epidemic here where it's literally like men are like literally, they just like, man, I can't even have get my wife to be intimate with me, or where they're literally, you have men saying like, I have to initiate every single time, right? When we're talking about husbands and wives, so you already got that going on now. And how about this? Another they'll make fun of men being incels or all this. I'm like, so we just can't control. We don't get to. It's like men don't get to get nothing. Now they talk about they quote unquote talk about the quote unquote incel problem and how it is really like I said, they don't really want to help these guys. They just want to make fun of them for not getting laid. Now imagine you take away that, you take spicy film content away from them. Even though I think it's impossible to ban it. In my opinion, it's just too much. Even like it's impossible. It's everywhere. You just go on Twitter. It's just there. Like I can't even scroll on Twitter without seeing it. Meaning I'm talking about, you can literally, it could be non-related and the shit will pop up on you I'm talking about scrolling through the comments about anything, or it'll be an OnlyFans bot and she'll have her shit posted to where it's automatically posting her content. So with that being said, people think there's a incel problem. If you ban this, if you ban corn, right? If you ban corn, you're talking about, all these people doing these shootings because they're not getting laid. Okay, now you take away that, you think we have a problem now with these dudes shooting up schools and whatnot. Bruh. I also say this regarding marriages. People they say that like you had like that tradcon girl, what's her name, Lila Rose, right? And she was talking about the one of the biggest lead of divorce is pornography, and you're just like, huh? What the fuck is you? I'm like, bro, pornography, that's actually saving a lot of your marriages. Because I done seen these rates of these sexless marriages where women are just like refusing to sleep with their husbands only when they feel like it. Only when they feel like it. All the long term relationships with because you'll ask them what is considered a sexless marriage, and they'll give you the numbers. If you see the numbers behind how many times, like a week or a month, those couples will have sex, and you're just like, what? Once you see the numbers behind it, you're just like, wow, I did not know this was that much of a problem. I'm like that, dude. I am not. Please, I might as well just stay single and just play my odds there. And the people just wonder why, like the Chads and the Tyrones are not trying to commit. They're just like, please, I'm getting everything that I want right now, and then plus, I don't got to listen to a bitch, please. And then she gonna hope because it don't matter if you're a Chad or Tyrone. When she gets that security of marriage or long term relationship, she's gonna hold back on you. That's what's gonna happen. I'll see like something like it'll be a video of a IG model or a girl that's fairly famous for her beauty on Instagram, and she'll have a boyfriend, and them like you'll see the boyfriend and the girl, they'll do skits to make fun of their relationship, right? And one of the skits will be like a boy where the boyfriend is sneaking to the bathroom to watch pornography and him with a bottle of lotion, and then the girl finds out that he's doing that, and then it's a big thing, and then you'll see like the comment section, right? And they'll be like, "What? Why are you using that when you have a girl right there?" And I'm like, "You guys have no idea how long term relationships works, do you? You can't just okay for the first 2 months, you guys are going to be at it like jackrabbits, but after those first 2 months or 3 months, whatever, she's going to start using her sex as a weapon, where basically she's not going to allow you to access it unless if you do this for her. If you're in a long term relationship or you're married, that's what's going to happen. She's going to use it as a weapon against you because she's finally realizing, man, I'm just giving out all this sex. This is the first time this is one of I'm just giving out all this sex to this man. And in her mind, I'm not getting nothing back, even though you guys are cohabitating. But especially if she's splitting it 50-50 and her friends find out that she's splitting it 50-50 and then she's giving you all that sex and her friends find out, oh, she's going to cut back on the sex spigot, bro. Trust me. That's what's going to happen. So you're literally, once you're in that long-term relationship, she's going to cut it off. Anyway, let's look at Candace Owens' tweet. I kind of went off on a tirade. So yes, a lot of men don't even know, like once you're in those long-term relationships or marriage, she's not going to just give it out to you. She's not. It basically turns into a long-term prostitution on her end. That's what it basically turns into. So Candace Owens tweets, ban pornography. It is a psychological weapon intended to weaken our men. And, Candace Owens, it's okay to say that you caught your husband. He was watching that stuff. And it's okay because, it is what it it is what it is. But don't, TradCons think they can just solve all the problems by banning pornography. But really, it's just women trying to control when men bust their nuts. And that's no. That's all that is. It's not a matter. They don't care about what is weakening our men or weakening. If you wanted to actually help us, you would actually have no problem sharing the workload. You would have no problem going 50-50 so we can actually expand men's lives. The reason why men's lives are shorter than women is because we get overworked to death trying to take care of other people, right? And women don't have that burden. So they can assume less risk. They're not tasked by taking on that risk. If they don't want to have a degree and all that stuff, is literally extra. They don't have to even pursue it. It's just extra. So if it was really about, oh, let's save our men, let's have them live longer. Let's if it's really about that, it would really, there's all that BS about 50-50, it wouldn't even be a problem. All this stuff about sharing the workload, it would actually be women joining these dangerous jobs where men lose their lives, and they would share the responsibility on that end. If it was really about saving men, that's what we would be doing. But it's always, oh, we got to ban pornography. Nah. You just want to just because in a perfect world, women want to control when men bust their nuts. Now, shout out to Cardi B, well, who's a former stripper herself. She says how it actually should teach men how to please a woman. Actually, that's not true. But shout out to Cardi B for trying. Shout out to Cardi B for trying. But the TradCons, they lose me here because I already know, because like it's mostly women pushing this, but it's not a whole lot of TradCon men with balls. So I can understand that they only gain balls when. Never mind, let me leave that alone. But They could talk about corn is this, corn is that. Okay, so how about all the other men that just get left out? To hell with those guys. Because there's like a whole demographic of men that are just gonna get just left out, and we're just expecting them to be just work mules and just do nothing else with this pumped up with this energy with no release valve and with nothing. They're always so worried about what those guys are doing, but they don't want to ever help them get laid. So they ban prostitution, they ban all this stuff, and they just want these guys to be just like eunuchs, just like if these guys were to just get castrated and then just be work mules, whatever. I don't even think it would bother women one bit. That's my opinion. I'm talking about. It don't even matter if she claims she's a men's rights person. If the rest of the men that couldn't get laid on a regular basis just like became castrated eunuchs and just became work mules, and nobody has to hear from them, and they don't have to deal with them, and they could just deal with the men that they want to, it wouldn't even bother women. I'm telling you, it wouldn't even bother them, because I'm like, well, okay, what are we gonna do with these other guys here that have like no chance of getting a woman, or no chance of getting pleasure or release or blah blah blah? They don't care. Like, they do not care. They do not care. Man. But I do agree that I'll say this. I don't think men should be watching that on a regular basis. I definitely agree with that. But in terms of just banning it, look, I think it's too late for that. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. Because when women were benefiting, it's only when women stop benefiting from these things, that's when they want to be like, oh, we need to ban this. It's too late for that shit. It's too late for that. Oh man, they said she's right. Porn is the reason why you can't enjoy real intimacy. No, if you give the average man, even I'm talking about, you give the average corn addict, right? If you give the average corn addict the choice, okay, do you want to get laid tonight or you want to watch porn tonight? They're gonna choose getting laid. So, what you talking about, real intimacy? A lot of the times, if because it'll also be, because remember when Leslie Jones was talking about none of these men know how to fuck right? No, Leslie Jones, you're ugly. They're not gonna get that hard for you without help. They're gonna need help to fuck you because you're not attractive. You need to find a man that finds you attractive, which is not gonna be a whole lot of men. So you can't put that shit on. Oh, it's because you're watching this. No, you're just not that attractive. And a lot of women, it's not even that you're unattractive. It's just a lot of women, it's just like you're overweight and you can't do the things. Or it'll be a woman and you're not really attracted to your man, so you're not that excitement just doesn't match his, and he can feel it, and that man can feel it, and that desire for him wanting to be intimate with you is not reciprocated, and people think that men can't sense that, but trust me, men can see that. Trust me, men can sense it. They can see that. They can feel that. You know what I mean? This is why they move on to something else. So that's a whole discussion that we can go into. But I should drop a live, going at the trad cons with this whole, we need to ban adult film content, whatever, and all this stuff. But they don't really want to actually fix the real problems. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, it's not going to be just pornography, right? It's always good. It's going to be video. Remember, then it's going to be video games. Remember video games is the problem, right? That's and it seems to always center around what men, around what men are focusing on. It's always, remember, if it's not video games, then it's golf, and then if it's gym with the buddies. It's always something. It's always what we. I don't know if people start recognizing these patterns. At the end of the day, women want money and attention. That's all they want. They want somebody else's resources and attention. That's what they want at the end of the day. Just remember that. When you see the TradCon woman just go, we need to ban this content. Yeah.